Let's talk about semen retention. But first, we need to understand something way deeper. Why do humans, us, masturbate? And more specifically, why do men masturbate? In 1712, John Martin published a book called Onania, the heinous sin of self-pollution. It states that the masturbation is literally a sin for whoever is doing and whatsoever. But the root of the question was way deeper, but it's not from your father, not from your grandfather, not even from your great-great-great-grandfather, but from our primate ancestors who were haplorants. They are our monkey brothers. But they too masturbated, even though it takes energy, a lot of time, and not even safe to do that in that specific environment. But they push themselves to do that. Why should they do that? Period, or in that environment? And the answer is luckily in our evolution. And totally, it has three theories. Those are the post-copulatory hypothesis, the pre-copulatory hypothesis, and pathogen avoidance hypothesis. The pre-copulatory hypothesis is that a masturbation done without ejaculation, so that the non-dominant alpha and non-dominant monkeys, they might get a chance of passing down their genetic codes to expand their generations. For that reason, the masturbation was done, and that is pre-copulatory hypothesis. And post-copulatory hypothesis states that it is done because the masturbation post to the masturbation with ejaculation leads to a better quality of sperm production, so that improves the overall health of an individual which going to form in the female, and that also leads to excel in its generation. And the third hypothesis is that the pathogen avoidance hypothesis, which states that we do have a part called, this is our bladder and this is urethra. This is the urethra. So to expel the bacteria from this area, the masturbation was done. Cut. Yeah, it's more than pleasure. It's biology and it is survival at a basic level. So we do. So let's get into the actual content. What is just JIZZ? What is this? It's technically sperm, semen, or cum, whatever you can call it, name it. The semen is made up of two components. The first one is the actual sperm, and the second one is the whitish fluid, and it is called the seminal fluid. It actually takes the 40 drops of blood to make one drop of the semen. On the other side, our ancient text claims that it actually takes 80 drops of blood to make one drop of the semen. And the formation of semen takes place in our testicle, but before it is initiated by our body to the series of steps from eating a food, digesting it, forming the blood, and followed by muscle, and then by bone, and by bone marrow. From the bone marrow, the actual semen is formed. Close your eyes and assume you're watched tons of porn and you are just ejaculated within a minute. How would you feel after 10 minutes or so? You feel groggy, musky, and like a dead frog lying on the couch. And the reason is a drop of semen contains sodium, phosphorus, lecithin, and potassium. The potassium and many more it can contain. It also has vitamins, minerals, and that doesn't matter. The important guy here is that phosphorus. Why? Because the phosphorus is actually beneficial for our mental capacity, creativity, and this is you and this is your brain. This is your brain, this is your corpus callosum, cerebellum, and many more. Yeah, that's a whole another video. So this is your brain and this is your body, and your body and your body has a certain level of phosphorus in it. A total phosphorus which is needed from your body, and that is every time you ejaculate, you are releasing, releasing, releasing. So the phosphorus is being reduced from your body. That result in not having enough phosphorus for your brain, so that your brain can't actively function as efficient as others or as the other people. That is the reason why you feel very groggy and like a piece of dog shit for extended period of time. The reason is the phosphorus depletion. And the another reason here is the increased level of prolactin. This is a refractory period hormone. That's the reason why you're feeling very soft and more feminine, little bit feminine after ejaculating. Go. If you are watching this and you feel very unmotivated and it doesn't have any willpower to do whatsoever work, the reason behind is that you are masturbating in excess and you are losing your sacred fluid like a piss. You're just pissing off your sperms all over the places, in your room, in your couch, in any places. So how can you get back your willpower? And here is how. And that address to the famous quote from the Nikola Tesla is that if you want to understand the secret of the universe, think in terms of frequency, vibration, and energy. So let's get back to our favorite whiteboard. It's okay. If you want to know that, think in terms of frequency, vibration, and energy. In our environment and in our life, everything is energy. So this is our body. So it has energy fields. And it also has the chakra points, a total of 7 chakra points. But I'm not going to get deeper into this, and that will be a complete video or so in the future. So we need to consider the last 3 chakra points, and that is the solar plexus, the navel, and the root. These are the last 3 chakra points, and the root is our asshole. Stop that asshole. And that is our asshole. And the navel is our genitals. The solar plexus is the region from our diaphragm to the in-between gap. So that whenever you are jerking off, watching porn, each chakra points has its significant role. The solar plexus is for the willpower, creativity, and drive. And the navel is for our connection, our lust. And this is root. Root is our ground, or the subtleness. And whenever you are watching porn and getting aroused and jerking off and releasing, you are ultimately releasing the energy which is stored in the navel out. And I will put that into a simple analogy. This is your solar plexus, this is your navel. So each has 100% energy. Clear? And whenever you are releasing the energy from the stored energy, the 100% is get reduced to 50%. Then the energy from the solar plexus also went down to 50%. So that means your competence, your willpower will be half the amount. So if you done it once or twice according to age, but if you do that every single day, it will get from 50 to 5% to even 1%. That ultimately result in the reduced level of willpower, confidence, drive, and many more. And this is the reason why you feel very groggy after ejaculation. So here comes the important part. What we should do next. All the things that I have taught you is the basic. And I love to teach, I like to share my experience at a very basic level, because whenever the foundation is not that much great, you can't understand anything further. So what I'm trying to say here is that you should stop watching porn. If you stop that one thing, the further cues will be closed. At first, it's very, very difficult for you to. Whenever you try to do something or take yourself from that position, you will suffer from a severe withdrawal symptom. Withdrawal symptoms such as anxiety, depression, irritability, loneliness, and many more. That is a very good thing. If you experience that, you are actually doing a great work. The many of you guys watching this right now will take a severe action and will take this as another video and just scroll it off. And the second type of category are the people, they have the momentary motivation and they think for themselves, okay, I should not do this, I should not do that, and within hours women will pass and their brain will turn on. Control yourself. If you are not, you'll be controlled by others. And the first step is providing you the free porn. And here comes the third type of category people. And they will be going to experience the benefit in a minute. Using my personal experience, which I've experienced, the first benefit you will experience here is that the boosted energy. Because your semen contains the vitamin B12, which actual iron level, anemic level in our blood. So whenever you stop ejaculating fast, you will experience an increased boost of energy in you. And the second thing, you will have a very high confidence than your peers. Because if you are watching this, you will be for sure from the age of 13 to 25 to 26. That's my guess. If you stop ejaculating, you will have higher level of confidence. Why? Because whenever you have a high level of confidence, it's a result of high dopamine. High dopamine makes you feel happy, and that is a positive vicious cycle. And the vicious cycle will be followed. And that is the reason you feel the higher level of confidence, and your memory will be increased, and your memory will be improved. Why? You are stopping the leakage of phosphorus from your brain. That is the reason we have the more sharper memory. And the very important thing here is, it is contrary. Some might say it's a hair fall, it's due to DHT, and some say it's due to reduced level of testosterone, but it actually makes your hair stronger. Because your sperm, whenever you are releasing the semen, you're also releasing the keratin, which is an important component in your hair, which is necessary for your healthier hair growth. Whenever you are releasing in excess, your keratin will be washed off from your body, and that leads to a dry and itchy scalp. And dry and itchy scalp ultimately resulted in the thinning of hair, and that results in losing of hair. If you try no fap, your hair will get stronger. And the fifth one here is a secret, so wait till the very end. And the sixth one is, it relieves you from the depression, because you get a more self-control. The masturbating junkies will always feel depressed because they are just ejaculating. They doesn't have anything to do in their life, because they never could activate their solar plexus chakra. So that is also a reason you'll never feel depressed. Not really, you will never feel depressed after you are doing the nofap. And next one is high libido. You will have more libido, with a more attraction towards female, not in our physical level, but an intimate level. So high libido, that's it. And next thing, you will have improved sleep. Whenever your testosterone T level is reduced, your sleep will be reduced. It also works in the other way. Whenever you sleep less, your testosterone will be reduced, and it is an interlinked pathway. It's intertwined. But whenever you are sleeping less than 6 hours daily, your testosterone will be literally reduced to the guy who's in the 60s. To avoid that, you should stop ejaculating. If you stop ejaculating, your testosterone will be maintained, and your sleep will also be improved, and all the benefits will be at time. So next thing is deeper voice. I think I should avoid this. Next thing is a deeper voice. Why is basically a deeper voice? The deeper voice is a sort of high testosterone. And a series of psychologists conducted this experiment wherein they put a couple of girls and boys in a room, and it is a pitch black. You can't even see who is on the other side of you. You can't even know your steps. In that room, the women find men's attractive who have a very deeper and a low frequency voice. That concludes us. It actually attractive to have more testosterone. The more testosterone results in deeper voice that leads to overall attraction. So if you are not releasing your sperm for 1 week, your testosterone will be increased to 45%. You would have heard this in the internet, but it actually get to 45% actually drops back to normal. No one would have told you this. And here comes the secret. The secret is that the female will find you attractive because a females can literally smell your retention. If you are a guy who have retained your sperm or your semen for about 30 days, whenever you are entering into your room, the room can sense your energy. This is that powerful. This is your group. And a guy who's releasing daily for a week, for a month, the guy who controlled this ejaculation for days and retained the semen for days. So if you are in this type of category, you can't able to have that aura to attract a girls. That girls too has some energy levels. It's a polarity game that is called as masculine and feminine. So girls do have a certain set of vibrational frequencies or energy frequencies around them. If your energy frequency is strong enough, it's this much shorter, it will repel from the girl. But if your energy level is bigger, and bigger, all the females who have possess energy. Actually, we do have more energy when compared to females. It's literally like the negative attracts the positive. If you have very much energy, all the lesser energy will get attracted towards you, and you will be the guy who girls are falling on your shoulders. I think most of you guys needs that. So as the very first thing for that, you should stop ejaculating. So as the very first thing, you should stop watching porn and ejaculating, and rest will happen on its own. The frequent ejaculation maybe has its both positive and negative. And compared to the positive, negative is more than that. So what I'm trying to say here is that you do have a lot of energy inside you. As a man, we are power, we are the building blocks of our society. So if you are wasting your precious energy into a screen, looking into some girls shaking her anything, then you are just literally wasting your entire energy in front of a screen. I don't want you guys to be some of the nonsense being who are around the world. So, if you follow this semen retention for 1 week or at least for 10 days, you will see the benefits. So, that's it for this video, boys. So, take care. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. やめてください。